Hey, thanks for clicking on this video. We're outside of the Funhouse. Today we're going to go to Fan Expo in Rosemont, Illinois, which is pretty close to where we're at right now. We're actually at the Wolf Flea Market. It's 6 in the morning. We're going to go check out, see if there's any cool thing at the flea market today. Any records or CDs or pop culture kind of things. And then in a few hours from now, we'll be going across the street to Fan Expo. I prepaid for 2 autographs, so we'll at least be getting 2 autographs, and we'll see what other kind of fun we can get into today. All right, let's hit the flea market. Always fun times at the good old flea market. Gotta get here early, even at 6. A lot of the people start showing up wee hours in the morning. Some of the people, of course, looking for the cool items to flip. We get here as early as like 4 a.m. I'm not looking to flip. I'm just looking to add to the collection. As you can see, a nice little crowd here already at 6 a.m. Since I got time, I can go slow and actually look almost at every items. I usually run through this flea market, but I'll go slower and look for some individual items. All kinds of sports cards. A lot of loose action figures, don't really need too many right now. Everyone has a friend that put a lawn dart through their toe or through their hand. Good old classic lawn darts. Like I said, always fun at the good old flea market. Well, all right, you might say I got a trash can full of pop culture junk. We'll go through all that when we get back to the Funhouse. We got about an hour and a half before this convention opens up, so I figured let's have some chicken tacos, and then let's go to the Fan Expo 2024 Chicago. Hello. Arrived at Fan Expo, just cross town, parked my car in the Fashion Mall lot so I could free parking, and look at this crowd. Oh boy. With all the Con C2, E2, and EpicCon, I think Fan Expo, I want to say, unfortunately, handle the crowds the worst. But once in, I'm going to go all the way back to the autograph area and get in Morena's line. I've arrived at the right place. Excellent. And hey, the convention started at 10 a.m. and she was pretty much on time and already happy fans meeting her. Since I made good time with Morena, I figured I would add a Jonas autograph as well. He's new Chewy. Now, these are the big reasons why it's crowded. Mark Hamill and Hayden Christensen can't afford those autographs, and they're actually upstairs signing and photo op for people there. Kicking myself for not getting Rosario Dawson way back when. She's promoting the Clerks movies. Now that she's entered Star Wars universe, it's a lot more money and a lot more crowd to deal with. And who's also here? Look at that, Elizabeth Berkley. We all loved her acting in Showgirls. And here's Wayne Knight. Shockingly, not a lot of people in line, so I'm going to jump there and get his autograph real fast. I was thinking about getting McLevin, but I want to save some money. Seems like a nice guy. After autograph time, it's Artist Row. They're so talented, all these people. I can't even draw stick figures. Always fun to run into the cosplay people. Look at those outfits. Always interesting items. Ewan McGregor, Jesus. I don't know what's going on there. Lots of good movie posters. I have no room for another poster. Lots of figures. I have hardly any room for any more figures. Some cool trading cards. However, the prices were a little steep, so I'm going to pass on these. But again, I mean, if you want to pay that, there's some really great cards to choose from. Keep this one away from Wayne Knight, please. Awesome vintage game for Sega, but don't like it that much. Some good lightsabers. When you need that extra protection in life, lightsaber. A lot of just great vintage Star Wars items, but again, I can't break any banks today. It is for sure getting more crowded here by the second. My interest in Funko Pops lasted about 6 months, and no, I don't need any. The original reasons why these conventions used to be put together. Look at all those comics. Walk by Star Wars land real fast. What the heck, at this point, sure, you got my vote. Watch some gamers getting their game on. Look at all these celebs for the photo ops. It's crazy. And I think I'm kind of done. I can't put up with the crowds. The big and tall, the unwashed, the slow walkers. Yeah, I think I'm out of here. All right, thanks for making it back to the Funhouse. We went to the flea market, went to the Fan Expo. Good times had by all. Start with the flea market stuff. One of the first booths. This guy had for $2 each. These are Viewmasters. Way before HD, and everyone had like 4K, 6K. soon to be 20K on their phones. We had Viewmasters, and the quality was good enough. It was just, so I bought a Yellowstone. You can see tourist stuff and all that stuff. It's good. You got the animals there. It's a very kind of retro looking because it's vintage old stuff. This guy also had backstage passes. I don't know if these are reproductions or not. Got Rush and Chicago Fest. If they are, whatever. I only paid a few bucks each. They'd be cool stuff to display. So love me some Rush. He also had this is a Ramones promo picture sign, but obviously it's a copy of their signatures. So yeah, just a few bucks. I figured, why not? The Ramones. He threw in TV Weekly for me, Laverne and Shirley. Why I got this? Well, it takes you back. This is what, 1982? So it takes you back to what you would be watching as a kid, and also the ads. You can't beat the ads. Look at that, Atari. You could have bought yourself an Atari for 128 bucks. But yeah, all the show list things like, oh yeah, I remember staying up to watch Chips and, Magic with the Stars, Airport 77. Another booth over. I don't know why I'm getting magazines, because Lord knows I don't need any. I have so many magazines, but a few booths over. This guy had Face Off. This is, of course, Chicago Blackhawks' last game at the stadium, where they did lose the Toronto Leafs, but they eventually would meet them in the playoffs and lose again. 1994, yeah, so good stuff there. For a few bucks, got this 1986 Van Halen fronting the cover there of Rolling Stone magazine. Just like for the TV guide with the ads, I love these to look at the charts, like the top 10 lists, top 10 songs, top 10 selling albums, so all good stuff. These next were $1 each. I could have bought more because they're, if you look at eBay sell prices, they're anywhere from 6 to 12 selling for, but I really wasn't looking to flip anything. I was just interested in things myself. So these were $1 each. And the one was Femme Fatales, top 50 sci-fi hot chicks or whatever. I would have went within that top 50 for sure. Tricia Helfer from the Battlestar Galactica remake. She was not high on the list. I would have put her up there. And Mathilda May. She was from Life Force. So show an image of her. Censored for your pleasure, of course. And also $1. I mean, come on. Starlog, The Return of the Jedi. The movie that we thought, this is the worst. Star Wars, this is the worst ever. Return of the Jedi. Now it's one of the best ever because they've put out ones that just aren't as good as Return of the Jedi. And some TV series that just aren't as good as, was that Acolyte? That was horrific. Horrible. Starlog, another one. This is Alien one. This one, if it was in good shape, I may read it, then flip it, but it's in pretty much ragtag shape, so I'll just read it for the articles. Cinefantastique, the legendary John Carpenter. I'm not a big horror movie person, but I do love Christine, which is his, and he's, of course, got some great films, so some that transcend past horror movie freaks to just everyone else they'd like. $1, so I'm like, well, I have a $10 bill. I don't want to ask him for change. Might as well look to see what else he had. The one and only Kathy Ireland in Sports Illustrated. $1. Why not? Look through that. Legendary Cheryl Tiegs in Sports Illustrated. I guess these are the swimsuit editions. And I met Cheryl Tiegs years ago when I first started going to conventions. Well, years ago. I never went to him till I think the first one I went to was 2009, 2010. So for years I thought they were just like comic books and stuff, and I wasn't really into comic books that much. So I primarily go to these conventions to get autographs from the celebrities, and just look around at toys and stuff, mature things to do. And she was at one of the conventions, so I got a signed magazine from Cheryl Tiegs. But yeah, I think she's 80 now. I don't know, she's getting up there. Christy Brinkley, also met her. I met her at last year's Fan Expo. I guess, was it Wizard World anymore? No, I think it was Turn to Fan Expo. Yeah, so I met her. She's got an autograph album above my head. I'll show you that. But yeah, I got her Sports Illustrated there. Again, it's got some great ads. TV ad in the back. Zenith, you had yourself one of these Zeniths. You had yourself a big screen. a big screen TV. Sure. And then, because I had that $10 bill, I didn't want to ask him for change. I got this, obviously, for the articles. Playboy with Denise Richards. What was that? Wild Things movie with her and Nev Campbell. That's crazy. Elle Macpherson. You know, great ads in that one, too. And Chicago's own Jenny McCartney. Crazy little Jenny. Got her, again, great articles in there. So that was pretty much it for the flea market, and then of course I went to Fan Expo, which I already showed you, video of that. But let's go over the autographs I got. Like you saw there, first in line for Morena, or my first autograph that I got. I was like, I was third person in general line, but there was like 6 VIPs that just came between the second and third person, which was me. So then I had to wait a little longer because that's how they do it. You're a VIP, you usher in. We all hate it. We all want to push the VIP people down to the ground, but you shouldn't. Let them go get their little autographs. Let them talk to the actors like the actors really care, and then they move on. Morena Baccarin, Baccarin, she's from Brazil, so Baccarin, I can't roll my, I don't know, Morena, from V. She was Anna in V. V, the remake. Original V came out in the 80s. This one was the remake. And she says to Brian, me, you know me, we are of peace always. Such a great remake, Morena. She's also the girlfriend, wife, and Deadpool movies. She was in Firefly, which never watched. A few other TV shows I never really watched. But she was in a Greenland movie that came out, was that 2020, I think, 2021? I actually like that movie a lot, Greenland. But a beautiful person. I mean, you don't want to be a creep, be like, you're beautiful. Beautiful person. Sometimes you meet people and it's because of filter or lighting or lots of makeup, and some people are just like, wow, you really look like you. Beautiful person. There is no way to tell a woman that she's beautiful without being creepy. You don't want to be creepy. I got my ring, I don't know, I can't be creepy. Represent, Oh, I forgot about that. Let's go back to the flea market. Speaking of the wife, got my wife the Arlington Racetrack trash can. Nothing says I love you like a trash can. But yeah, I just said, hi, welcome to Chicago. I really love the character on the show, blah, blah, blah. I didn't go, you're beautiful. That read weird. Jonas, let's look it up so I don't screw it up. Jonas Sutamo, from Finland. The new Chewie. I got old Chewie's autograph, Peter Mayhew. And funny, interesting story. I'll show you the what I have of his autograph, but I'll tell you the story now because statute of limitations is probably exceeded. Chicago Star Wars Celebration, the only one that we're ever going to get because we screwed up the museum and they probably never want to come back here again. Chicago Star Wars Celebration 2019. I had a prepaid autograph for Peter, and he wasn't feeling good, so he wasn't fulfilling all of his times and stuff. So if you just weren't there, if he wasn't going to sign at the time that you already prepaid for, you just kind of out of luck and you're supposed to get a refund. So I was like, I really want his autograph. I had friends that had his autograph, and people, he was a cool guy. And unfortunately, at the time that he was at this show, he's very, very kind of sickly sick, and he would soon pass on, I think maybe half a year after this or so. But anyway, so I'm like, I have this little thing. I'm supposed to get a refund. I don't want a refund. I just want his autograph. And I look, and then on the day that I wasn't supposed to get my autograph, I saw him signing, and he had a really short line. And I'm like, you know what? Let's go for it. So I went to the line, and of course, if you're older, people think you're more mature, and you're supposed to be doing what you're supposed to be doing. You got some little punk kid trying to pull a scam. Not a punk kid. I'm an old man. I'm a grown-ass man. So I stood in line. The guy went to scan the code. He's like, oh, this code isn't for today. On the spot. I was like, oh, what's the universal name? Jerry. Jerry could be a boy. Jerry could be a girl. Jerry. So I'm like, oh, Jerry at security just said to come in to sign. As soon as I said in this line, the guy's like, yeah, fine, whatever, go. So boom, it got me Peter Mayhew, and I think I got the refund too. So in a way, I got it for free. But I've donated and spent so much money on the Star Wars universe that do I feel bad? No. So Jonas, yeah, the new Chewie, that was old Chewie, new Chewie 2024. He's played them in the most recent Star Wars saga stuff. So yeah, that's a good picture right there. I'm going to put that. I have this 8x10 magnet thing because I'm running out of room. My Star Wars area is full. I'll just put it up ceiling. And then last but not least, Wayne Knight. I thought his line was really huge, but it was a guy next to him, so I saved him for last. So I'm like, well, I'll just kill all afternoon and stand in this line. But it's really weird because I don't know a lot of these people. I knew maybe like 1/4 of the stars there. A lot of people know the voice actors and the anime people and the cartoon, all that. I usually just know actors, actresses, or professional wrestlers, or musicians. So I didn't really know a lot of these people, and there's some of these people who I didn't know idea who they are had huge lines, and one kind of bled into Wayne Knight. So I'm standing there like, oh man, okay. And then one guy's like, you here for Wayne Knight? I'm like, yeah. He goes, you can just walk up. I'm like, oh, but he's like Newman. Doesn't they want Newman's autograph? Unless they already got his autograph Friday, Saturday. I'm there on Sunday. So, yeah, I walked right up. Told him I really liked the character. It's a shame that he died, but, you know, he's a really nice guy. I got to chit-chat a little bit because there was really no one in line, so that's nice. When you have a big line, you want to be courteous and be like, hey, thank you, psh, bye, psh, psh, psh. Let all the people in the back not hate you that much, and keep going, keep going, keep going. Because there's always somebody that's want to tell them their childhood story, and the actor's like, yeah, okay, I got like 400 people behind you. That's great. Oh, you named a dog after me. How nice. Yeah. But yeah, when there's nobody around, you can kind of chat a little bit, and he seemed really... All three of the actors were really, really nice, so that's good. You want to feel like, you know, they're there all weekend. You're just another person, but you want to feel like kind of they're like, oh, thanks, instead of just, I don't care. So I walked around. Very crowded. The older you get, the less you want to deal with crowds. So yeah, it just, as you saw in the video, it's crowded. Hit the point where I'm like, I just need to get out. But the only thing I bought there was Slave Leia. The horrible power of the Force sculpts were just horrific. But I have a Jabba thing that I need a Slave Leia for. Do we say Slave Leia anymore? Is that like not PC? Ho Leia? Leia the Ho? Slutty Leia? I don't know. Is that worse? I have no idea. So whatever. Leia in her revealing swimwear, and she'll be going next to Jabba. So as you can see, I have a room full of junk, so I'm trying to be picky with what I will display and all that. I'll edit this in. This is my Carrie Fisher autograph. I had her autograph this little pull-out poster thing. But anyway, so the reason why, you know, there are big crowds this year was because of Hayden Christensen. She's over there. He's like, I was like $400. I ain't paying that for his autograph. I mean, I'm sure he's a great guy and all that, but $400 is just a lot. And of course, the legendary Mark Hamill. So this, I'll tell you a little story about how I got this autograph for $100. About 2010, 2011, I was at a charity convention, and one of the silent auction items was this Mark Hamill autograph, started at $20. I was with a crowd that was, let's just say, a non-Star Wars crowd. The type of people here, I think me and like a handful of others were only probably the people that really liked Star Wars. Interesting crowd. So I put 20, someone puts 40, I put 50, someone puts 55, I put 60. Towards the end of the night, after it got past like 65, 70, it was this woman and I. And she kept looking at me when I was going to do it. I kept looking at her. I'm like, you know, I'm eventually going to hit the point where, oh man, this is my one and only chance to get a Mark Hamill autograph. Do I really want to pay like $100, more than that? I don't know. I don't think so. So what I did was I told my wife, I'm like, she just keeps eyeballing me, and then it just keeps between me and her being her. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put like $70 on it. She'll come over and put $75. And at this point, there's only a few minutes left. I'm like, so then I'm going to walk to the end of the table, because there's like 3 long tables full of items. She's probably going to eyeball me and or follow me to the end of the table and kind of block me from that picture to put my thing. You go in behind her and put $100 and win it. I'll pay. That's exactly what happened. I put in like $70 and I could hear her breathing on my shoulder. She immediately writes down $75. I'm like, oh man, oh well. I walk down to the end of the table. She kind of creepily walks behind me a little bit and is eyeballing me to see what other items I'm looking at. It kind of between me and the Hamill autograph here. Sure enough, I like wink to my wife. She comes in, puts the thing. The woman doesn't even look back towards this autograph at all. She's just like, oh, okay, keep an eye on me. 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. She's all, yay! Goes back to the silent auction item, sees that she's not the highest bidder, has like, oh, kind of look on her face. I get it. $100. I couldn't be happier. It's Mark Hamill. Hope you liked the video. Hope you got a taste of what it was to go to the market and then to Fan Expo with me. And thanks for watching.